Ober's test. Perform the Ober's test. Have your patient lie on their side. You want them pretty close to the edge of the table. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick up my patient's leg. I'm going to straighten it out. I'm going to stabilize right here at the hip. I'm going to go into hip extension and drop that leg down and see if the leg goes below the level of the table. What I would say is Kylie is a little bit tight right here. They've actually performed cadaveric studies where they have a cadaver, they perform an Ober's test, they measure the range of motion, and they cut the IT band, and they do the same thing again. What happens is that the range doesn't change, which means that the Ober's test is not a very good measure of IT band tightness. And when they ended up cutting more structures, so when they cut the glute medius and the glute minimus, we had more dropping of the leg below the table. When we cut the hip capsule, it dropped even further. The structures that limit the Ober's test are going to be more related to the muscles on the side of the hip, glute min and glute med, and also the hip capsule. Here's the other thing that's kind of crazy. We always think the IT band is related to too much stiffness of the IT band. That's the reason why we have pain. But what's very interesting is that when folks have IT band pain and we start an exercise program, we measure the stiffness as they start to progress. As they get better, the IT band actually gets stiffer. We see the same thing that happens in the Achilles tendon. As people rehab, they get a little stiffer, meaning that stiffness might actually be good for the IT band.